Go ahead with your question.
My question is, say if I have a child, the woman has a child, and she knows who the father is, but the father he doesn't want, he doesn't even claim the father to be the baby's father. Is there a way to make him take a test or prove that he actually is the father?
Okay. So, yes, that is a court ordered DNA test. The court order is what's going to make it, you can get a legal DNA test without having a court order. A legal DNA test just means it's a chain of custody is being followed so that you can ensure that there's no tampering done with the test. Kind of like when, if you've ever done a drug test for a job and they make you sign the seal, they seal it up, everything, they seal everything up and then make you sign the seal so that you can tell if the seal's been broken. That's chain of custody, and it's tracked from one person to the next person at each location. So from my hands to the FedEx person to the FedEx driver, when they hand it off to the lab, all of that is recorded. That's what makes it a legal DNA test with a chain of custody. Now, a court order will require a legal DNA test or a chain of custody. The DNA test is the same for a legal DNA test and a non-legal DNA test, or a was considered a peace of mind DNA test. It's the same test, the same equipment. We, collect the cells the same way, it's processed the same way at the lab. It's the exact same test, except it doesn't have that strict chain of custody. So it's what we would consider a peace of mind. It's not something that you would be able to, admit to the court system. But yes, the court system can request a court ordered DNA test. Now, the whole thing is trying to find that person. I don't know, a lot of cities and counties, or, whatever, are putting people in jail if they're skipping out on paying on for, child support. So they may not put a lot of effort into finding that person. That would be something that maybe your attorney, a private investigator, or whatever other means you want to use to try to track down that person. But if that person happens to come in contact with the police, and there's been a what is it called, a warrant put out for not paying child support, then it's possible, hey, they got a day, they're gonna go out and find all these fathers. I've even heard of them setting up traps where they'll have this event, and these men will show up, and voila, they're getting arrested because it was really just a trap to get people to come so that they couldn't arrest them for not paying child support or whatever the trap, that particular trap is. But yeah, I've heard of that too. So it's best to go ahead.
Yes, you answered my question, because I was wondering how and what you do to actually find the person.
Yeah, now, again, that's up to the county or the police, or however they track down the people. A lot of times they just withhold their taxes. They will withhold people's taxes also. So you're supposed to get a tax return. One of the most hurtful things for a person who skips out on, paying court ordered child support is 20, 30 years later, they get a big settlement of some type from, a lawsuit or whatever way they come into a large lump sum of money. And then that county finds out and they take all that money, all that back child support. So that child's 30 years old now, but they coming after you for child support. So especially nowadays, if you've that child ever received any type of government assistance, they're coming back to that parent later on and trying to recoup some of that money. So it's best to just go ahead, make arrangements, pay that, money, just because that amount is what the court says. It doesn't mean that you can't contest it. I'm not a lawyer. That's something that I can't really advise people on, but I can give you, a referral to some attorneys that can help you with that. But yeah, go ahead and get that child support taken care of.
Thank you very